Hello there, Toby Ricketts here. Why am I standing in front of this giant pile of gravel, you might ask? Well, I'm about to embark on a new project because I've been, doing voiceover for a great number of years. 5 or 6 years of that has been done in this studio, which is now covered in crap around here, as you can see, because I'm building a brand new studio and I had to make some space. So this studio's served me well, but it's a bit too small. 10 square meters, don't know what that is in feet, but it's kind of small, which is great for a studio. But if you want to kind of like, you spend a lot of time in there, so you kind of need a bit more space. So I thought it was time to level up, as it were. And I want to document this process to help other people who are considering where to build a studio and how to build a studio, to sort of help them do it better. So I thought, well, I'll just film all the steps of me doing it. So this is where the new studio is going to be. It's actually right opposite the old studio. It's this old building that we had. It's just a storage shed, really. We renovated it about sort of 7 years ago, so it's got good bones. And I am currently tearing out the old floors, and I've been stripping the walls, undoing all the electrics that are here, and basically clearing the space entirely. And as you can see, it's still kind of messy. But the plan is to make this into my new studio, to line the walls with hempcrete. So this is all going to be filled with hempcrete out to about this point. It's going to be about sort of 250 mil thick, right the way along. So all of these walls are going to be covered. I'm going to build a new wall on top of this concrete wall here. So studs all the way along there, pack it full of hempcrete. So I basically get this rectangle. And I know I usually say don't do rectangles, but with the acoustic properties of hemp, I don't think it's going to be a problem, because hemp has this the hempcrete. I've just built a house over the last 2.5 years, just up the drive there, which is hempcrete. And the walls that we haven't treated with hempcrete are just the most perfect acoustic material I've ever come across. So this whole studio is going to be made of this acoustic material, basically. So I am looking forward to it being one of the best spaces that I've ever designed, hopefully. It is a bit of an experiment, though, hence why I'm documenting it as well. The roof is also going to be hempcrete, so we're going to put some formwork on the bottom and we're going to pack hempcrete in the top and then take that off. The main considerations for having it in here were that it's fast and easy to do. I was going to build a whole new structure, but then thought I just don't have the time to do that before summer, before the cicadas arrive, and I really need this to be operating. We weren't really using the space anyway, so it kind of made sense. The concrete is a really good noise blocker. So like having these concrete walls, it's a good sort of solid base to put it on. The problem that I'm worried about a little bit is that we've got a colour steel roof, like a tin roof on here, and when it rains, that thing is super noisy. So I'm going to see how it goes with the hempcrete. We're going to put in 200 mil thick layer of hempcrete in the top here, and then possibly some wool insulation above that to see if that can counteract the noise. But if it's still quite noisy, and if there's road noise like that, that gets in, we'll have to go to plan B, which is to put rubber sheeting on top of the roof, like this sort of the flat roof kind of rubber butanol stuff, so that when the raindrop hits it, it doesn't resonate like a diaphragm like the steel is. It just hits it and it's just too dense. It just can't move that much mass. So that's the kind of plan B. I'm going to take out these windows and replace them with double glazed windows that don't open, because wherever you can have an opening window, that's where sound kind of gets in, so you kind of have to seal it off. Going to have a heat pump in here, although hopefully I won't need it, but it's kind of the backup in terms of if there's a heat management or moisture management problem. Hempcrete's brilliant for moisture management, and it's a great insulator, so hopefully it'll be a really nice consistent temperature in here, because that's really important with the studio as well. You want to be comfortable. At the moment the studio heats up like crazy on summer days, so I have to kind of record for 15 minutes, have the air conditioning on for 10 minutes, record for 15 minutes. I can't have them both on at once. It's a nightmare. So like problems like that would be really nice if they were solved by this new studio. So the climate just stays consistent the whole time, which the house has done really well. So hopefully the hempcrete will work really well in that regard. The plan is to have my desk kind of in the middle here, have the speakers down that end. So I'm looking towards this nice north-facing window. Have a door on this side, and I can walk through to a door on that side. So it's like a walk-through. And it's glass, double glazed windows, so that people can see when I'm working or not, and not come in, obviously. What else can I tell you about it? I'm going to try and keep it pretty simple. Put in lots of PowerPoints, move this water pump away so that it doesn't cause lots of noise. So this is basically the start of a series of videos where I'm going to update you on how it's all going. Today I'm removing this floor, this old floor that was in there. We actually had a flood in here, which is why we're raising the floor. You can see that there's mud all over here because there was a floor here and it just got muddy water all through it. You can kind of see it on the wall there, the high tide line. So we're raising this whole thing by 400 mil, nearly half a meter, over a foot, about 3 point something feet. I'm going to fill this entire sort of trench here with gravel. I'm going to gravel right across there, right across there. That's why there's a giant pile of gravel out there, and a shovel, because I'm about to shovel all that gravel into here, which will be fun. It's my birthday today too, so I couldn't be happier shoveling gravel all day and listening to podcasts. So this is the first video. I look forward to keeping you up to date with how the studio build goes.